Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard Flying with Mike. Take two. Yeah, we're doing a second take. We're still back at Ramstein. We had a crash to desktop with the 727. It appears, looking at the log text for X-Plane 11, there was an issue with something going on with memory. Um, hmm, Happening quite a bit. So we have kind of scrubbed flying the 727 on it and opted to go back to TWA. However, um, we have to fly the 737-800. Okay, before you say it, I know TWA never had them. Nor is a good chance they may never have had them. Who knows? But uh, neither here nor there. We're flying the TWA 737 that American Airlines commissioned. Um, this would have been after the U.S. Airways buyout for that logo. So I'm not 100% sure where that one came from. Because that would not have been what American was boasting back at the TWA merger. However, it's there. We're available with it. We're good with it. November 9/15, November is the tail number. Now, I could be wrong. They could have, since the merger, did another one, made it look just like the rest of American. Who knows? Not for me to judge or talk about. Hey, we are getting ready to fly. That's what we're here for. Now, we're not going to be on VATSIM. And my apologies to you all in Europe. I'm not ready for that traffic you guys have up there. Whoa. Oh my goodness. I've told people, yeah, I normally don't. I'm going to take a pass. Sorry. So I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything. No, thank you. I'm going to stay off VATSIM, and I don't think we're going to use um, ATC with X-Plane. Two reasons. Um, First off, with X-Plane and um, X-Pilot, which connects us to VATSIM, I'm planning a little course deviation that I don't know if controllers would let me do. Now, they may not be up by the time we get to that point. Secondly, with ATC on X-Plane, it's the same reason. That deviation I don't know how to do, and I don't know how to tell it what I want it to do. So, I am just going to fly tenderfoot without VATSIM. I don't like doing that. I like to fly VATSIM. I like these other areas, especially when they're hot and heavy. But I mean, things are scaling back right now, uh, but I don't think to the level I'll need by the time we get going. And we're not that far from getting going. So, um, I just want to put that out there. Transparency being the word of the year. We want to be transparent. All right, so let's do it. We are flying uh, Pan Am Virtual yet again. We're flying in support of a NATO mission. I don't know if they're tied to it or what, doesn't matter, called Exercise Tulip Shield 25 1. We're headed out of Ramstein to Leeuwarden Air Base in the Netherlands in the ZIBO 737. If you're not familiar with the ZIBO, that's because you're probably not in X-Plane. I am going to put this out there. I have flown PMDG. I have flown a lot of hours in many of the PMDG products. 737, 777, 747. Um, I'm going to tell you, this outdoes, in my opinion, humble opinion, PMDG. In many fronts, but the biggest one they outdo them. You already outlaid both your arms to get a hold of the sim. Then you outlay a leg or two to get PMDG. It is very expensive, and it is a doggone good sim. Don't get me wrong. A good aircraft. However, ZIBO is at that same par and in many aspects better. Add to it, for the price of being able to fly on X-Plane, so buying your sim, the cost for ZIBO is free. Yeah, all you got to do is have X-Plane 12 on board on your computer, download it, insert it very simply, and you have probably one of the best 737 simulators out there for free. Now that pause was so you could pick yourselves off the ground, because I know from that world there isn't much free. Here in X-Plane, believe it or not, there is a lot of value for free here. All you got to do is just buy the sim. So, and there is a lot of rumor and innuendo of what's coming with the next round of betas for X-Plane 12, what they call 2.0. And I'm looking forward to it. I don't understand the one they put out today. Don't understand it one bit. But it'll make sense once we start using it, when they come around to put 2.0 out. So, with all of that said, let's get into ZIBO. And by the way, you're going to see a lot of things you got to pay for another program to be able to do on other simulators that ZIBO has built in. So you're getting a lot of value here for the low price of free if you have X-Plane 12. So get ready, including that staircase right in front of you. Now, if we were in a gate, it would be the jetway. Technically, we are in a gate. If I pan us, hang on a second, I'll just do it the easy way. See, we are technically in a gate. However, these are some of the few jetways they don't have working. Is that an Air Force base? I can kind of cut them some slack. Now, I could have pulled this up and all, but still, because the jetway doesn't connect to the plane, well, we get another feature. Now, some of the features you wouldn't have seen, like the caterers showing up, the baggage belts showing up, all of that. I've already done that. The only thing we have left to do is put people on, and we'll save that. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's do it right now. Hang on, let me see where we are. Okay, so we've got our flight plan loaded. Let's go from here. Get the flight plan at least in there, and then we'll move over. So let's pull up Sim Toolkit, talk about it. Those of you that were here this morning, we tried to do an early flight about 50 miles out of Leeuwarden. I hope I'm saying that right. If not, I know Belgium, I don't know what you call them, and Netherlands person. Not sure how you call those country people. Don't know. Anyway, they'd give smack me, and they'll probably give smack me over that. So, Belgiumite? I don't know. Now I really got to give smack coming. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoy. So here comes our brief. And again, forgive me for those that have already been through it. It's actually a little different. Don't worry about it. You can see all the ATC up. Now, the Netherlands appear to have come down. Now appear to have come back up. Nope, I don't know. Anyway, on VATSIM, they are showing they have come down. So this is where any of these VATSIM, I mean, I'm looking at Elevatech and I couldn't tell you who, what, where is up and down. So, I mean, they make it very difficult to tell. Again, we're just not gonna, we're gonna stay out of it. All right. So, today's loadout. We are putting 95 people on, roughly 5,000 pounds of cargo baggage. We're going to fly out of here with 21,755 pounds of payload, 12,315 pounds of go-go juice, and we're going to plan runway. I haven't fully decided this. Let me see if I decided it over here. No, I have. Okay, runway 8. We are going to take it. We're going to land runway 5 up north. We aren't going to SAD. However, we are going to Saarbrücken at Sari. So we're using the departure out of Ramstein to get there. Otherwise, we just do SAD. Either way. Then we'll fly the rest of the route as is. Cost index 80 and 38,000. Now, because we weren't running on weather on the flight earlier today, and I'm trying to piece out where all the trouble is coming from, this was kind of useless. Now, it's kind of important. Now, we are running a modified time. We take it off in the morning. So that way I like flying daylight so you can see the plane in flight. But we've got winds 0504, broken sky at 3600, and the temperature is 41 degrees here at the Ramstein. Up there at Leeuwarden, I really like the name of that airport, Leeuwarden. We have a 030 wind at 8. Few clouds at 3,500 to pester us. Guys, you need to warm it up. Don't you know spring is just about a week away? Ugh. Anyway, 30 degrees up there. So, oh well. We are kind of on the northern side of the latitude, so I get it. I don't know what BLU means over here. I've seen it. Is it smoke? I think that might be smoke. We'll check it over on NavGraph. All right, again, we are not going to be on VATSIM. My apologies to the controllers there. I don't know. For some reason, I'm just a little nervous today. And when I get that way, it's best to just give in. All right, so let's do this, shall we? Let's get the route finished up here. First thing first, let's get charts so you can see this departure that I told you about. Okay. All right, so you can see I've already put it in. Why it didn't load it, I have not a clue. So we'll just go up here, click chart, click SID. Click a bulky 2. Okay, we could do it that way. Or how about we do it that way? That way's a lot better. Clicking the pin it, and you pin it down here. Here's what we're doing. If you're not familiar with this, I know some of you will be. There are your restrictions over here. Airport 781 feet here at Ramstein. Transition 5,000, but I'll bet you that's different. So we're going to take off 086 to bulky to Mannheim to Ladit Zweibrücken to Saarbrücken. or sorry in this case, and then not sorry Charlie, but sorry, and then head on our course. Okay, so that's our new departure. Let's put that in here. Now, how did I get this put on the charts? I've had people ask. Okay, well, we'll show you down here. It's the same principles up here. Okay, so weather here at, again, 040 as of 17 minutes ago. Overcast 6,000. We'll see. 2980. Airbase US. That's why they put it in inches of mercury. Saarbrücken would be in QNH, four number. Millibars, hectopascals, however you want to say it. All right, so let's put this in the FMC. I don't know if you can see it. Does not appear so. All right, so we know what we're doing. Let's head over here to departure arrival. I'm going to kind of zoom in a little. All right, we're looking up here in map mode. Departure, runway 8. Now, which one is it? Bulky 2W, let me verify. Bulky 2W. Now you see it, put it in. And just off the map is sorry. Execute. All right, legs. Okay, just checking. And there's sorry. Now, what I'm going to do to close this discontinuity here, because we're not going to use SAD, I'm going to take DIK, put it right here, execute, previous, and step my way towards sorry. And then we'll proceed on. So we'll be at sorry, and then we hit DIK, LNO, HEHF, or V, and so forth. There's not a lot to this. Whoop. Okay. All right, so DIK looks good. LND, EHV, PAM. Here's where it's gonna change. I'm going to look here to see what it does. Okay. Now, eel. I'm actually going to get rid of it. So now it'll be direct PAM. What we're going to do, ILS. Okay, now let's bring charts back in before we talk this page out. I wanted to show you this because there are people that miss how this works. Okay, so like I said, we're not going to go to eel. I'll show you what the approach probably should look like. So we know we're doing runway 5. Here's the weather again. 0207 is the best runway for it. Here's our runways. 0905. So yeah, we're gonna go north. Okay, close out. Now we don't have arrivals. See this line? Arrivals not 0. Approaches 10. Select. For runway 5. We can go to D27 1J or IJ. I don't know what that is. And then fly that little loop to come in. Now I'm going to just go direct. And add to route. So all it's going to do is take us from eel to there. Instead, I am going to come up top here, delete eel, like we did in our flight plan. And then I'm just going to go to the ILS. Okay. So kind of try, and I would move this over, but the speed brake gets in the way. So that's why we can't look at the same time. All right, so arrival, ILS, execute. We're not doing the transition. Remember, that's that loop that brings you back in. I'm going direct. Okay, here we go again. Stand by. Here we go. All right, so down we go. Discontinuity. Okay, so let's click previous, enter. Now, those of you that were on the trip earlier today, remember the trouble I had? It kept putting us to FF05 and then it put us to the airport and so forth. We did it right this time. Execute. So now we could stay on the FMS most of the way during our descent and join it. A lot easier than what we were planning before. Now, the interesting wrinkle here, the hold point for our missed approach is the initial for that loop in. Okay, we've got the route, we've got the legs double checked, and I'm just going to come up here, move us out of plan to map. Okay, the next big hurdle to overcome is coming. All right, so we got our route. Now we need to get our performance. We're going to bring Sim Toolkit in for that only so that we can see Sim Brief pretty easy. So let's go to perf. You know what? Hang on. Let me get rid of that for 1 second. I'll get the numbers and we'll put them in. All right, so here you click request. And while we're waiting, hang on. Did we lose the one I was hoping for? Oh, we certainly did. Doggone. They all went away. Okay, click load. Now, there will not be an accept or acknowledge or anything like that, or an execute. You're just loading the data of the plane into the performance. The only thing we have to get is the numbers. And that is first for the fuel. By the way, alternate is, I believe, Amsterdam. Let me bounce all the way up. Yeah, Amsterdam, EHAM. And our 4.5. We'll put 4.4. That's our minimum in case we run into troubles up there. And then the rest of this is already loaded for us. Okay, the only thing I'm trying to get a read on is the yeah, nothing's, oh yeah, Stuttgart's kind of close. 7,000. That was going to be my next guess. 7,000 for transition. Execute. Give it a second. It'll fill in things like your, maximum altitude. We're doing 38, not worrying about it. Temperatures and all are good. Going to N1, we'll kind of wait here. The reason I want to show this, a lot of people may or may not know this page exists at SimBrief. Okay, so let's bring SimBrief in. Now there's two ways to go about it. Okay, click SimBrief. Now, well, stand by. Sim Toolkit does not come with NavGraph or SimBrief available for you to put there. However, they do give you this nice little tab manager where you can stick it, log in, take that, copy your link, stick it here, and you can put it in, tell it what percentage you want it to be of your screen. Okay, so now we can click SimBrief here. It looks just like it would on your browser, just in Sim Toolkit. Now you have performance, and if you are in your flight plan, you have an option at the top. Performance will require you to fill all of this out. The difference between the two, besides this negative in my, that you got to put all that information in, is the positive you'll get out of it is you'll see where V1, where VR is, rotate, where V2 is, climb out on a single engine if you lose one. Okay. You won't get that if you go through View Flight Plan. This is a little time consuming, so I'm going to show you the other way. Here's our flight plan. Come up to the top menu, look for Takeoff Perf. See how it's all filled in, how it wasn't filled in on the other page? Double check your takeoff weight. I have found that to be incorrect sometimes. So double check it. Okay, 125.464 is correct. Calculate. And here are your numbers. Now, the only thing you're not going to get is how much runway. That's it. Now, some to you, hey, if you're using the 727 earlier, you didn't get that either. And it's not an option here in SimBrief. Too old. It's either going to be too old or, as in the A350's case, although they may have changed, I haven't checked it lately, too new. So, it's kind of like the story of Goldilocks. Just right. You got to be in that little sweet spot of airplanes. Otherwise, they don't have it. So, all right. So we're looking at right now, takeoff 2, 52 degrees D rate, and there's our numbers, 138, 141, 148. Now, these are increased to, as it says, to improve our climb limits. So when we put these numbers in, guess what? They're going to be different. And let's do it, shall we? Okay, so we're planning takeoff 2, and we said temperature 52. Takeoff. Now I'll click CG. Now go next page, and it's really not that hard. You get all of the information. Now, if you do the performance tools thing, you will actually see the slope right there in SimBrief. It's one thing omitted here, which I find kind of funny, that it has everything else but that. 040 at 6. Runway slope is, survey says, I don't know, we might have one. 0.2 up. U 0.2 diagonal runway headings on your chart. Temperature 3. Actually, I show 5. Is that right? I'm showing 3 on the airplane. We're going with it. All right, so we'll go next page. Back to what you're used to. Flaps 5. All right, now remember, I said 138, 141, 148. You can see they are indeed increased. Let's do it. 138, click. 141, 148. All right, and there's what we're going to use for takeoff. QRH off turns those speeds off. All right, and folks, that puts us just about ready to go. And boy, am I behind the 8 ball. Oh, I forgot to do this. So we're going to be a little bit on the delayed side as we wait for the passengers. Welcome to the life of a pilot. Okay, that also, though, gives us time to double check everything. Let's see if they've started in. Yep, shows packs boarding. Buses just showed up. What did I say? Buses? Yeah, buses. And now we should see, we're not seeing signs of them. There they go. Now they're struggling on. Okay, so let's finish up the checklist here while we have time. First thing I like to do after doing the FMC is get my middle panel set up. So 148, let's set 158. No, they're not. Not that quick. We said 079. And 38,000. Okay, then flight director. Minimums radio altitude at 400. I think we're at 80 now. 2980. Okay. It's kind of interesting how it's showing certain centers here, but not on the others. Very interesting. I'm gonna pull up VATSIM. Where did I put it? There's VATSIM radar. I mean, even that's showing it down. Okay, well, not going to worry, like I said, about it. Although I am going to say it's time to get going here. As soon as she says we're loaded, they're almost there. Okay, so let's finish this up. Okay, routes, APU, left fuel pump, we're ready there. Make sure we did, in fact, on APU. And light directors, auto throttle off. Okay. Fuel flow is okay. And landing gear down, 3 green, spoilers down, flaps up, verifying up, fuel levers, idle cutoff, and we're set, ready to go. Just waiting on the flight attendant.
Ladies and gentlemen, the boarding door is now closed. Flight attendants prepare doors for departure. Cross check, fair price staff, stand by for all call.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Okay, ground power.
Ladies and gentlemen, front flight deck, we'd like to add a welcome board. Anticipate possibly some light bumps or some choppy air as we climb out. As a precaution, keep our flight attendants seated for a few minutes. Make sure we know what that ride's going to be like before they get up. Also appreciate it if everyone would remain in their seats during that time. Thanks for being with us today.
The crew will now be coming through to do a final cabin check. We'll be back after takeoff with more information about our flight. Thank you for your attention and welcome aboard.
Okay, I lied. I went ahead and fired up VATSIM. All right, let's do it, shall we? We're out of here. Final checks. Okay, parking brake, yaw damper if it's not on already. Turn that on.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Grounded cockpit. Tow is driving up. Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, that's engine number 2. Okay, it looks...
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by. Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Oh, things are going. Part of the reason VATSIM can be a pain is kind of self-inflicted here. But, oh well. Okay, and the bleed. Okay, and APU can go off. Okay, A is on. Pitot heat is on. Fuel pumps again are on. Left and right packs on. Oh, back to auto. And flaps to 5. Okay, we're ready to go. Brakes off, taxi. Ah, this looks familiar. Oh, that's right, I did this morning. Sounds like the natives were getting really restless on Unicom. Looks like the sky is actually trying to clear here. All right, before takeoff checks will be started here in a moment. All right. Roger, cleared across runway 9. Correction. Oh, correction. Back taxi runway 9 to runway 8. As I said in the earlier stream, a lot of changes have occurred over the years. Pretty much 20 years I know of watching this airbase with the closure of Rhine-Main. Rhine-Main was the big airbase in Europe up until the end of the Cold War and pushing towards the first deserts, pushing towards Desert Shield Storm, first one. And with Desert Shield, Desert Storm, the hospital here became very important, or would eventually would be for the post 9/11. Wait a minute. They learned that with the first. It was 9/11, and shortly thereafter, that Ramstein really began getting a facelift, because they knew this is a great hospital, great everything for the troops to come to, and so that's where they landed on. It's changed a lot. The terminal we were at actually used to be more towards where the control tower you see in the distance is. And the ramps themselves have changed. So a lot of change has occurred over the years. You know what? I'm not even going to announce. Lest I bear the wrath of some of them out there. Okay, takeoff checks. All right, lower ECAM. Let's get that cleared up. Okay, and ATC. There we go. We're ready to go. Oh, we're going to do it. Ramstein traffic, TWA 128. Departing runway 8.
V1, rotate. Positive rate. $400. 1,000.
Okay, after takeoff, flaps starting up here now. Altimeters to standard at 7,000, and then we'll continue our climb. Okay, flaps are up. All right, we're airborne, folks. So far, so good. I'm not actually expecting many problems here. Unlike Denver, last night, I think it was. Wow. If Facebook is to believe, they had themselves a little bit of a problem. A lot of questions on my mind with it. A lot of questions. But I'll leave that for other people to figure out. Basically, the gist of what I know, an aircraft diverted into Denver. Now, I don't know why, what caused it. At the gate, the engine caught fire. Now, that's what the preliminary reports on the news are saying, if you believe the news. I don't.
Denver Cargo 12-3 heavy, lined up for runway 07 right, 25 mile final. Heavy drop.
So, plus images I'm seeing, I really hope aren't true. So, again, here we go, having issues again believing the press. I know. They kind of bring it on themselves. So it'll be interesting to see. One of the pictures really concerned me. That's why I'm not certain what really happened there. So I'm just going to leave it there. Hang on. Stuff is not working like it should here. Or it is, but I need to jump in. Okay, so those of you more in the know about what happened in Denver, feel free to chime in. Like I say, my mind is just shaking at what images we've seen. And kind of reminiscent, I'll put it that way, of another incident. And that's why I'm a little concerned with what was reported. So if indeed this incident actually happened at Denver, I'd love to know. Secondly, are the pictures to be believed? And if so, why? So anyway, just to give you something to do some homework on. I'm not trying to be conspiratorial, please. I'm not aiming down that road. But I am just not the press's biggest fan. Especially since I get most of my news off Facebook, and it's more believable than them. That's what's sad. And there's the saddest epitaph of our press. And hence why I don't watch the nightly news, except maybe for the weather, but yet lately they've been a bunch of drama queens and hyping up thunderstorms, what the Midwest is used to. So, it just gets under, as you can tell, gets under my skin real quick. So, but you know what? We're airborne and we're headed to Leeuwarden. I like the name of that, Leeuwarden. Air base up in the Netherlands. So I hope you enjoy. But truly, if you know information about what happened in Denver the last couple of nights, last couple of days, I'm not even going to tell you that it was for real yesterday, as I don't know. let me know, because I have a whole lot of questions. A whole lot of questions. And
Turm, die Delta Echo Mike Mike Hotel, jetzt auf dem Rückweg vom Rundflug, im langen Anflug zunächst in 2-1.
all right, so we are through 24,000. Did I ever turn the lights off? No, I did not. And we'll go ahead and get those off. And we're on our way with 95 people for the exercise up at Leeuwarden. So I hope y'all enjoy the ride. It's not a very long one, as you can tell. We're only like 30 minutes out. So we'll get up there. We'll get on the ground and then kind of shut things down. And then we'll probably head on back to Ramstein. And then look at what other charters or what other flights need to be flown out of there. All right. All right, looking at the VATSIM board, we have no ATC out here. I guess the complaint was they just dropped. They all got together. Okay, at such and such time, I'm gonna call an audible drop, and we all. Oh, that's funny. But anyway, we're on our way. Where am I on this map going? Anyway, way up. There's actually quite a bit of traffic still at a lot of these ports, and yeah, I could see where they get a little miffed. But you know, it is that hour of the night. I mean, many parts of Europe is getting, you know, about 11 o'clock ish. And so it's starting to get late, or they want to enjoy their Friday nights that they have with family and friends. So, hey, we see it in the U.S. all the time, too. So, like right now, they're heated up wherever Friday night op is, if there's one tonight. And well, actually, it's not started yet, but it will be here shortly. So enjoy, folks. We're on this thing to have fun. And that's how I look at it. All right. It's every time I now turn Facebook on, I see whatever happened in Denver. I have a lot of questions if it, you know, if what they're saying happened the way it showed.
1,000 to go.
And we are at cruise altitude. Hmm. Some of this I don't understand, but okay.
smooth ride today. We have the seatbelt sign turned off, and while you're seated, we do ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened about you at all times in case we encounter unexpected bumpy air. And we do thank you for flying with us on American.
All right, we're just under 30 minutes. Hope you enjoy the ride into Leeuwarden. And like I said, hopefully we'll be able to fly back out later, get it back down to Ramstein, and then start looking at what's left to do. So hope you enjoyed. Hope you are enjoying the stream. And like I said, about 30 minutes from now, we should be very close to the airport. So I hope you all have a great Friday planned and weekend. Don't forget Monday, St. Patrick's Day. So I know many of you have already told me, oh, I haven't forgot that one. Never do. So hope you all enjoy, be safe. I'd love to see you on your next time we take to the skies. So speaking of which, 25 minutes according to Sim Toolkit till we get there. LTC Center. Who in the heck is that? I have no idea who or what we're talking about here. Huh. No idea. Unless they're up monitoring the shenanigans. Nope, they're on their own channels. I don't know who they are. Oh, London is one of them. Manchester, that doesn't sound like HT, that doesn't. But the southern part of London Center is LTC. So I have no idea who the HTSPR is. Be right back. Okay, folks, sorry about that. Heard something weird as my wife was pulling in at the same time, and no idea. We've got a lot of wind right now. Hey, if you want to shoot approaches into Lambert, Scott Air Force Base, Cahokia, Alton, Spirit, I mean, you'll have fun. It's a good day for it, and you got thunderstorms coming. Go a little further west, like Jeff City, Columbia, Springfield, and places like that. You'll really have fun. So, because there are actually thunderstorms in those areas. All right, so looking at the clock, we are 17 minutes out, and we are just about top of descent. You know, we could turn the camera on. There we go. And I think we're going to have a visual approach. Who is in front of me, 2,000 feet below? Get out of the way. Lufthansa, get out of the way. All right, so with that, let's do some quick stuff here to get ready for top of descent. Over here, oh, actually, let's go to descent forecast. If we have winds from SimBrief, they'll populate. If not, it'll tell us no when we click load. Oh, we got winds. How about that? Okay, so now we are set. Let me go here, and what I'm gonna set up here is 5,000 like we did earlier today. Now, if I've done this right, we should proceed direct to the ILS. Trying to think if we can make it in a minute. Lul mode 1995. Been watching the entire stream, but sadly, energy is going and coming and going. I get it. I get it, sir. Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to go ahead while we're in the break. Go ahead and use the altitude intervene and make our descent. If memory serves, I'll wait for 20 seconds. All right, according to this, we should be out of the ads. Oh, what? Are we doing this again? Lumo, were you with us on the first flight? Because your name really rings a bell from that. All right. Just answering a text. Kind of weird. Okay, ad break's now finished. I don't know what that was all about. Anyway, your name, Lewell. Hang on. I got to look at it again. I am just not doing well myself. Lewell Mo 1995. Yeah, your name really rings a bell. Like you were with us before the crash to desktop. So, of the 727. So, sorry, I'm kind of scattered brain right now. Couple people have private messaged me about there actually was something in Denver here the last day or two. There was an engine fire. I still have a lot of questions. And again, I won't get them for probably another 6 to 12 months before. I don't expect the press to give us any answers. So, anyway, so fun time in Denver. But like I said, a lot of questions. Once you start finding out where the plane supposedly, please put that in air quotes, originated, potential divert, I've read, just a lot of questions right then and there. A lot of questions for me about ATC again. There's a whole litany of things, and again, that's the FAA's job, and they're the ones I'll wait for the report on. Our dog isn't liking the high winds here. All right, so we are through 29,000, headed for the ILS. The runway 5th. All right, let's get down here and get some radios set up. What do you think? ILS for runway 5, yep, 1175. 75. Okay. Everything else looks good. We do need to set the heading. Five, 3. Okay. Do we have a TACAN? 14? 14.7. We'll set that in the other side. One, 4, 7, doink. All right, what that'll give us is at least DME, if not potentially a course. And we're ready for the ILS. Probably visual, but looking out right now, I would say not so sure. Minimums for our approach, where Cat C is 214 feet. We'll set. Well, we'll finally get to the right button here in a minute. You try them all, eventually you're going to get the one you want. See, I told you, it's real easy to fly, folks. Let's go 220. Even though technically it is 214, I'm not anticipating weather issues, so that'll be good. Visibility unlimited broken. Oh, we do have a broken layer at 3,600 feet. Okay. So, but it is still cold, 1 degree. Oh, yeah, that was something I wanted to see. Maybe gone already. Nope, still there. Nope, BLU. I want to say, I think that might be... No, I don't think that's smoke. Now I don't remember. Anyway, we'll find out when we get there. Maybe. Blowing dust, maybe? All right, let's see. I don't think there's any ATC in the neighborhood. Nope. All right, so we'll go with the transition level of 3,000. All right, and 5,000 will be perfect. We'll intercept at 11, which will be coming down to 2. Perfect. Diggy Driver says possibly dust. Is that a must? Nice play on words. Dogs starting to have too much fun again outside. All right, let's get all the lights. What is that blue light? Oh, so that's... All right. I just got informed dinner is very yummy. All right. If it's not going to play that one. Huh. Wonder what's up with those here of late. All right. Well, We're 5 minutes out, folks. Need to start prepping yours, huh? All right. Bring it. We are going to shut down when we get here to Leeuwarden. I'm going to go eat some dinner and then double check nothing else left tonight and hope to fly this back to Ramstein tonight. So, oh, I still got the sped brakes out. So, I just won't be able to stay online. Okay, and 5,000 feet right there. Perfect. We'll begin our slowdown here in a moment. Yeah, we're going to have fun finding this airport. I'm kind of glad I'm using the ILS. It's dusty here. So BLU is dust in the wind. Oh, wait, that's a song. Disregard. Hang on a second. Thankfully, I wasn't hearing things. My wife was here to hear it again. The wind is definitely kicking things up and around on the house.
Thousand to go.
All right, hopefully we found it, because all right, we're gonna head on down to 2,000. Okay, Boy, that wind is really kicking up here. I do believe I have a runway.
Thousand to go.
Leeuwarden Air Base traffic, TWA 128, approximately 6 mile final, runway 5. All right, let's go around. All right, we're going to try this again, hopefully in a lot better situation. Okay, 3 green, brake set, flaps 30, cleared to land. Take 2. And Leeuwarden traffic, TWA 130 or 128, final for runway 5. We got a pretty good wind too now. Okay, we'll be, I think, landing this time. A little high.
400. 3 approaching minimums. Minimum 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. knots.
All right, we made it. I didn't look to see what we did it at, so we'll catch it at the end. Boy, some of those messages, if you were able to read them, are so true about London. All right, welcome to Leeuwarden. Took a go around, but we made it, oddly enough. Hang on. Oh my God. Stop the presses. Bad thunderstorms in the Midwest. Take cover. Hide. Oh, please. They must not be happy people aren't canceling fish fries and stuff like that. All right, I think we'll just pull over here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the way the world has turned. I am going to kind of assume, kind of at the terminal, although parking does not look very appetizing. Welcome down. Yeah, she just did not want to settle at all. Brakes are set. All right, let's see. Did I actually get it started? I did. Gens. Just about turned it off. APU. APU. All right, and 4 units. Where did we end up? That right about 4 units. Wow. I'm just going through making sure I didn't miss anything. Radar bleeds. All right, engine starts. Double check up here. Okay, I think we're good to shut them down. All right, so we're shutting them down. All right. Give it a few seconds and the buses, here they come. Dun, dun, dun. The funny thing is they back out. They just don't go forward, they back out. So anyway, we have arrived, folks. Leeuwarden, Netherlands. I don't know of any other better place to have parked. I'll be honest, I really don't. So, oh well, this is where I chose. Have a great night there, Diggy. We sure appreciate you being here. Hopefully, I'll be there on the next time. You know, the way this code red and all goes, you never know with these thunder boomers. They, the weathermen go, oh my, we have a chance to take the spotlight. Yeah, drama queens lately. All right. Yeah, they've been cracking me up all winter and a few summers now. All right, let's see. 262 the airline gave us. Maybe I'll actually get points on this one. Hey. And let's see. Where's VATSIM? There we go. All right. What did we do? Hey, we actually got some bonus points. Wow. I do need to talk to the boss about points and all here. Give him some ideas to mull around and, you know, shoot darts at or whatever. Or heavier caliber. But anyway, yay. 10 points finally. For a lot of no point flights for no reason. Anyway, all right, so we'll close that out. Cool. All right, let's see what's the other trackers got us at. All right, we'll check in with Elevatech. I like to do this just to see how things size up, if you will. If I could ever find it. There it is. It's been a while. We haven't used it because yours truly was, well, you didn't. Well, I misread what the system was telling me, and they're working maybe on some new language to help make that less tough to find. 262.1.21. Good landing. Yes. That's all you get from Elevatech. So to really dig into the weeds and find out how this went, let's bring in Sim Toolkit. 327, of course, they're going to be worse. 120, 166. See, you get it. Decent frame feet per minute. However, here's why I say I like Sim Toolkit over the rest. Besides the fact being completely free, where the others, well, Elevatech is yet to be determined. But the others, you got to pay. Get on subscriptions and stuff to get good words. All right. Hour and 20 minutes, 238 miles. That's about where we crashed to desktop with the 727. 2,900 kilograms, 1.6 Gs. We already know that. So here's why I like this. Huh. Isn't that nice of them? It's a closed runway. Chalk one up for flying with Mike. All right. Anyway, 2 feet off the center line. Boy, we were struggling for that. 1,550 feet down the runway. Kind of struggling for that too. Right here, they're working on the barrier. If you're not familiar, think of an aircraft carrier. You know how they have those wires strung up at the end of the deck, catch aircraft coming in? Well, at many fighter type bases, and other bases, they also have that ability. Because when they lose hydraulics, there isn't much to stop them. So the hook is what does it. Now, granted, airliners lose hydraulics. Yeah, they kind of have the same thing. Well, there was a barrier system. We talked about this on the first flight. So those of you not here, I don't remember the identifier, but when I was in training, long time ago in the firehouse, long time, 1980s, they had a barrier. Most of them were just the normal wire with little donuts on it to raise it up off the ground for the hook to grab, engage, and go. Well, what if you're a B-52 or a B-1 or a C-17, C-141 back in my day? What can we do? Well, they had a system. Now, the Navy, when they have this issue where the hook won't come down or something like that, they raise this thing called a barrier. Now, the Air Force does have something similar. Okay. However, little bit more bulky and all to get set up. Where a carrier, it's as bulky, but it seems to set up. Obviously, they're going to possibly use it more often than the Air Force. However, they came up with an idea of literally somehow with sensors throw a cable up out of the ground to shag the main gear. Hence, the same thing a hook would do to stop them. Never been to a base with it. I don't know of any bases in the U.S. that had them. I'm sure they were out there because they trained us on how to reset them, or showed us videos of them being reset. I actually never reset a barrier. We actually have barrier maintenance with the group I was with. Scott Air Force Base, we didn't have them. So never really hands-on like a lot of firefighters out there did in resetting these. That one I would have loved to have seen because, like I said, B-52s, B-1s would have hit it, cargo planes, you know, they are the ones that would have engaged that. So that would have been cool to see. So, but anyway, long story. Don't need to go any further with it. So gives you an idea. They're doing something with barrier maintenance here. Or rebuilding the runway there for whatever reason. Who knows? Way out of my pay range. So, but anyway, we landed on an 8,000 foot runway, 1,500 feet down. Now, this is the threshold. This back here, they use either touchdown to get to the barrier, or just like they don't do like the Navy, and a lot of times catch it in flight and bound. You know, the Navy is a whole other animal. But anyway, we landed 1,500 feet down an 8,000 foot runway. Cool. Good numbers, good flight. I hope you all enjoyed. Now, if Stormageddon does not occur tonight after I eat dinner or pending, I plan to come back up, fly back to Ramstein. If it does, we'll get the Ramstein flight in when we can. So, all right. So again, thank you so much. I know this is a relatively short stream. I thank all of you for popping in, saying how do like a Diggy driver did. Hang on a second. I've got the wrong screen up in front of me. Lulmo, in and out of consciousness. Thank you guys so much for coming aboard. Thank you. And I hope you all have a fantastic night. Be safe. You know, here in the Midwest, just to give you a quick story, the tornado sirens go off. No, we don't go to tornado shelters. We go outside and look for it. Gives you an idea how often they go off. So that's why I'm kind of a little perturbed at our weather people, but it is what it is. You know, you can't change them. They're going to be drama queens no matter what. Even on a hot and sunny day, they're going to be a drama queen somewhere. So somehow. So y'all have a safe night. Be safe. Have a great weekend. Be safe on St. Patty's Day, Monday. Oh, and by the way, enjoy some pie today on Pie Day. It is 3/14. Y'all have a great night. God bless you. We'll see you on the next flight.